As a community outreach project, the second semester student teachers of Mugukchung College of Teacher Education, MCTE, presents the dramatized concept of the principle of buoyancy. Here are the characters: Mother, Akka, King, Queen, Minister, Archimedes, Goldsmith.
Alam is a single working mom, and she lives with her lovely daughter named Akka. One day, the mom and daughter are in their home, spending their evening together. The mother is reading a book while the daughter sits next to a table doing her homework.
Akka,
Yes, Mom.
aren't you going out to play today?
One more homework to do, Mom. Mom, do you know? Today we learned something very interesting in mathematics class.
What did you learn today, Akka?
Well, we learned about how to find the area of circle by using a formula that is pi into r square.
Ah, I see. Would you like to know about the person who discovered the formula?
Oh, yes, Mother.
The person who discovered this is Archimedes. He was not just a mathematician, but a physicist, engineer, astronomer, and inventor from the ancient city of Syracuse in Sicily.
Mom, I was just wondering why boats float in the water.
It is because of the Archimedean principle of buoyancy, and the story of how he discovered it is very interesting.
Can you please tell me the story, Mom?
Sure, my little girl. Let me sit down comfortably. A long time ago, there was an ancient Greek king named Hieron. And during the same time lived a famous mathematician called Archimedes, whose theorems and philosophies later became popular worldwide.
My lord, I have come to deliver the gold crown you ordered me to make. Here it is.
It is very nicely done.
Goldsmith, did you use all the gold I gave you?
Of course, my lord.
You may leave. You shall be rewarded for your service.
I am very honored to be of your service, my lord. I shall take my leave.
Minister, do you think the goldsmith has used all the gold I gave him? Or do you think it has been mixed with cheaper silver?
He says he used only the gold that was given, but I have my doubt.
Is that so?
Well, my king, why don't you ask Archimedes to solve this problem?
Yes, my queen. Minister, bring Archimedes to the palace at once.
The minister did not hesitate to send a message to Archimedes, and he was at the palace the very instant he got the message.
My lord, how can I help you this time?
Archimedes, I ordered the goldsmith to make this crown for me, and I gave him pure gold. Proof that the crown is made out of pure gold without damaging the crown. If you don't bring a solution within 3 days, you shall be beheaded.
But my lord, it's impossible.
That's in order, Archimedes.
Sorry, my lord. I will do it for you.
Archimedes struggled the next days trying to find a solution. He could not perform scientific experiments on the ground as though it were any other object. Hours, days, and nights passed without much sleep and meals. He labored on, trying to find the answer, but kept failing. Archimedes tries in despair, trying one hypothesis after another, but failing again and again. Archimedes goes back to his home, knowing that the third day is approaching and his end might be near. His maid greets him at the door.
Sir, you didn't have proper meals or rest during the past few days. Why don't you at least have a bath? Come, sir, I have prepared the bathtub for you.
Oh, very well. I will have a bath then. Who knows, it may be my last bath.
Archimedes stepped into the bathtub, and then he noticed that water overflowed over the edge of the bathtub as he got in. That very moment, something clicked in his mind. Archimedes runs to the palace shouting,
Eureka! Eureka! Yes! I finally figured it out.
So, Archimedes, have you come with your solution?
Yes, my lord.
Very well, Archimedes. Explain to us.
My lord, I reasoned this morning that there is a relationship between the volume of a mass submerged in water and the volume of water displaced by the mass. The volume, you see, is the amount of space occupied by an object. When something is submerged in water, an equal amount of water proportional to the weight of this volume will be overflowed. My lord, I will demonstrate this now if you give me pure silver and pure coal equal to what was given to the goldsmith.
Minister, give Archimedes the pure gold and pure silver.
I've discovered that if a mass is submerged in the water, then the water exerts an upward force called the buoyant force on the body. The magnitude of this buoyant force is equal to the water weight displaced by the mass that is submerged in water.
Well, Archimedes, what is this buoyant force exactly?
Like I said earlier, it is the upward force that is exerted by a fluid which opposes the weight of a substance that is partially or fully submerged in water. When we swim in water, our body feels lighter. The reason our body feels lighter is because of this buoyant force that is exerted on our body from below.
So, Archimedes, how will you prove that the ground was or was not made out of pure gold?
Archimedes puts a block of silver in a bucket that is filled to the brim, and he does the same with the gold. As demonstrated, that the silver displaces more water than the bucket with the gold because silver has greater volume than gold as a metal. Archimedes submerged the ground, and they observed that the water displaced was more compared to the water displaced by the pure gold given by the king to the goldsmith. When the king learned about the dishonesty of the goldsmith, he became furious. Archimedes finally figured out a way to inspect the ground, which proved that the goldsmith was lying. Additionally, he also discovered the law of buoyancy, also known as Archimedes' principle. The upward force that keeps an object afloat is equal to the magnitude of the fluid displaced by the object. The mother finishes telling the story of Archimedes and how he discovered the principle of buoyancy to her attentive daughter.
Now, do you understand why boats float on water, or why you can swim in the pool without fully sinking to the ground?
Yes, Mom, I do.
Thank you for learning with us today.